and welcome to the B interview series for Black entrepreneurs, where we are highlighting Black entrepreneurs all month long in the Charlotte area. Today, I have with me Charday Graham with Agape Therapeutic Wellness. Welcome, Charday.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about your business?
Sure. So my name is Charday Graham. As you already stated, I do have a private practice, Agape Therapeutic Wellness. I am a licensed mental health and substance abuse therapist here in the Charlotte area of North Carolina. I am licensed for South Carolina as well. So I'm able to see clients in North Carolina and both South Carolina. And my target population that I serve is caregivers, as well as individuals living with chronic illness. Just kind of helping them, maneuver through just mental health challenges that they might have, coming from either the illness itself, or a lot of times for caregivers, just the stress, the adjustments, that all come along with, being a caregiver and caring for, a loved one. It comes with a lot. So yeah, that's kind of my target population, as far as my therapy practice.
Okay, so what made you go in that direction for your targeted, audience?
Yeah. So my mom actually was diagnosed June of 2021 with stage 4 lung cancer. Her journey was pretty short, 8 months. So she passed away last January of 2020. And immediately after her diagnosis, my dad and I became her caregiver, and just kind of being on that journey with her, and seeing the different changes, they happen. We spent a lot of time in doctor's offices, a lot of time at Levine Cancer Institute with her. She would have like 2, 3, sometimes 4 appointments a week. And just seeing how drastically things change from day to day to week. Um, and just being at these doctor's offices, seeing individuals who may or may not have, support with them. It was a lot of people that didn't have support with them. We spent a lot of time there. Um, so just being on that journey with her and kind of seeing, um, how everything just kind of played out, how that was my first time ever seeing my mom really go through any type of, anxiety, depression.
Mhm.
Of course, with me being a therapist, I was able to, recognize certain things that her and my dad weren't sure of. Um, but she kind of inspired me to go this route. I definitely feel like there's a need to help this population. So that's kind of, what inspired me to go that direction with my niche. Now I've always wanted to be a business owner and work for myself. But as far as going in the direction of what population I was going to serve, that's where it came from.
Wow. So how long have you been in business?
I actually just launched my business July of last year. So I'm
Okay.
still, yeah, fairly new to private practice, but I have been a therapist for years now.
Okay. So were you hit with a lot of challenges when as you started to shift from, being just a therapist in another practice to opening up your own?
Yeah, there were some challenges. Definitely, I would say financial, risk, being able to take a financial risk, stepping out on faith, kind of leaving something that, you're used to being a therapist, but working at another agency or contracting with another company to literally doing everything on your own. So when you are a solo practice, you are admin, you are a billing department, you are a therapist, you are a scheduler, you're pretty much doing everything on your own. It's fair, and then also like I said, the financial risk that comes along with starting up and growing and investing in your business. Um, definitely being prepared for that. I thank God for my husband, because he's definitely been a support with me, taking this leap of faith and deciding to kind of go out on my own, do my own thing. But yeah, definitely financial risk. Everything costs, as you
Right.
all know. um, from, insurance to, of course, maintaining your license to, if you want an office, branding, um, literally everything comes with a cost. So just kind of being ready for that and prepared for it as well.
So you're a therapist
Mhm.
and you're a business owner. I bet
Yeah.
that's hard. That weighs a lot on your mental health.
Yeah.
What do you do to regroup so that you can continue to pour into your clients?
Self-care. And if you follow, my social media platforms, I speak a lot about self-care. It's so important to, take that step back, realize that you are not a robot. You are human, as well. And you go through things and you need that downtime, to be able to regroup. Like you can't be, your best self without pouring back into yourself. You can't help other people, until you help yourself first. So definitely self-care. Spending time with my loved ones is something I definitely enjoy. And then spending a long time too, because that's important. So definitely doing different things to take care of myself, realizing that, you know, I deserve breaks, and being able to take those breaks, really when I'm able and when I want to. Being a business owner, you don't have to ask anybody for a 15-minute break,
Right, right.
um, and also being a business owner, I love the freedom, the flexibility to set your own schedule, to set your own prices. Um, being able to do what I love to do in a way that I want to do it without having any stipulations from, others saying, oh, you can't do it this way, or, you got to make sure you incorporate this for billing, or, different things like that. So, yeah.
So do you sometimes, because I know as a mom, sometimes I struggle. I tell myself, you need to make some you time, but then that mommy guilt sets in. When you are taking care of someone, it is hard to, even though you need to, it's hard to prioritize that. So do you struggle with prioritizing yourself, or do you kind of got it down pat now because you've been doing it for a while?
I would definitely say I have it down pat.
Awesome.
I have definitely, yeah, I have definitely, and that's why I feel like I'm able to, in a sense, preach this, to other people because I know the benefit. I've been, in a place where I wasn't necessarily taking care of myself, putting other people before me, and then you feel bad about it, especially being a therapist, because you can't fully show up, for your clients in a way that you want to because you're not showing up for yourself. So, it kind of goes hand in hand. But I feel like as far as the self-care thing, I got that pretty down pat. I make sure that I have my time. Like I said, at first it was a struggle, and I have been in a place where, I wasn't taking, the best care of myself and kind of, going full throttle and just work, 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 work. But that doesn't benefit anybody.
That's so true. So what do you feel like your key to success is as it pertains to your business? I know you're still new
Mhm.
into business, but you're not new in this field. So
Right.
what do you feel like has attributed to your success since you started?
Yes, so I would definitely say establishing relationships with people. Networking is so important. You don't have a business without the people. Allowing yourself to be in places around, different people, being able to network, being able to talk about your business, discuss your business, as well as learning from other people, um, has definitely been helpful in growing my business. I would definitely say being active and consistent on social media platforms, which there was a struggle in the beginning because I don't really like getting on social media like that all the time,
Wow.
but it's a great, platform to be able to get information out there, for people and have people to, interact with you on your social media platforms. Also share, your content so that it gets around to people that you might not even know. So that has definitely been helpful. And then the main thing I will also say is just always remembering your why. Why you started, why do you want to do this, why do you want to make an impact, why is it important for you to make an impact. So definitely just remembering why you're doing this, because every day is not going to be a great day. period. Whether you're a business owner or not, it's not, but, just kind of remembering why you started, what made you do this, what drives, your reason for doing this. I feel like it's always something key to just having a successful business and just being successful, period.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Remembering your why. So I
Yes,
got one last question for you.
sure.
Tell us your future goals for Agape Therapeutic Wellness.
So I was really thinking about that one, because my niche is so near and dear to me. I definitely want to eventually start support groups, and I plan to keep them separate. So I do want to start a support group for caregivers only, and also a separate support group for individuals who live with chronic illness. I definitely feel like, having that one-on-one therapy or even family therapy is very beneficial, but also having a safe space for you to be around other people who share, some of the similar experiences that you might share. And just being able to listen, tell your story, hear their story, learn from each other. Just having, that space to meet other people and bond with other people who, share the same experiences as you is very important. And also I do want to eventually start some type of charitable, foundation in my mother's name.
I love it. Well, I hope that you have much success. I think that
Thank
the area that you focus on is definitely very needed. I've never heard of, and I'm not. That's not to say it's not out there, but I've never heard of a therapy firm or organization that just focuses on that. And I think it's necessary. If you've never experienced that, your mind can't really go there. And so
you.
it's hard to even imagine that being a specific target or a specific focus. So I'm glad that it's there for those that need it. And I hope that you have much success. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And
Absolutely.
all of our viewers, if you guys want to get in contact with Charday, reach out to her, check out her business. Her information will be posted below. So please catch up with her and all of the other entrepreneurs during the B series on our YouTube page. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well.
Thanks.